Okay, me more about the Boyfrnd TV. You might be near Watima Kuma live on Boyfrnd TV 7-4 p.m. Ghana time. Baby, I will be a Medina Boyfrnd and some way they are not dinner. Hey, Okwabrane, Sebejuo. Yeah. Okay, me more about you might be near Watima Kuma live on Boyfrnd TV now and some about to Jenny. About what beer? Yes, what me and then the boyfriend atna and fear potty bed oh na abaywe AYEKA sama na sese ano dene abaywe ya sponsor onu ankasa ne boyfriend e de na kwamono ne empo sponsor no o sponsor ne say dachen bere man so be ware no nti no abaywe ne free ne mu e sponsor ba mu ano ade ni nam school ni ade bibiam but ni na ne say abaya no aku berema no me no ka say abamu ana na papa no nti ase bio abayu abamu ano atukwan akwamono ne na kwamono ne empo no woko no wanka nkire ne girlfriend no wanka nkire ne girlfriend nti ne yewo woni na tena be over 10 years be mo ne say obeware obayi emfiedudo matena na abamu ana eden atukwan wadidi oba no ho a de atukwan okokora wanka nkire no na abamu ano e brother ene nim se ne bra no atukwan lady ni de no nim enti akire na lady ni be fani out se boy am ne nti se watukwan kode daada na eye akra wosem na afei obo ne boy no enua be man obo no sisa se onfo guy no kra number eden emfama girl no nanka one ne boyfriend nkasa ni nua be man se da enti girl no kan nsem no o dede ni nua be man no onya boy ne boy ne number ana ja o friend na so wotiatia ne ade ana boy girl no eden etalanku no choke o tell say abemo ne free abrochi obai o free abrochi bai no wakwago ware na ware na wakwago ware no wasaso awuwom e ma basa ware ye no enti abemo ano lady no ebe finding out lady ne be finding out no say enti no abemo awu me no watena emfie be pori edunie na wo ukwa brochire kura na wo de wankra me fine na wo baaya na sese wasa kwago ware obi enti abaya ne kan nsam no say eye ne yeye pa na ahye no na eye ne ya enti ode ahometie ekọ efre bema no ana okon ho no na nkomodidie mu ase oba no edi kasade bi ni ade no gi ni chenye da ne kom ana afeso na etwamfoni ana abayo no edi sa pictures no ene necklace no ekọ eduro so se edurowra twano me pese ukun abayo me pese ukun papa yi mame eye me boyfriend no yes me pese ukun mame na bibia den etuotwa na ampa abaye di osi yo a enem no ka sei abamu an papa yi wo free wiase a painful death pa enti no enya senkuma ya me semre yenko na memfa story no emfa ntoso ma se na be awoso benya bi aden atie anase obenya bi ahwe na nsema ekoso na no odene krom ha sebedwo enya semkuma enti yenko na memfa story no ma sharp na afei woso ankasa so fa na read bi but the nwanwa wo mi se enne anase this particular story no me tisi abontin me ne adofo ne ahwefo bi so ekotwetwe nkomo nti ye be boss video no so on that be for now no ma me fa story no emfa to screen so sharp na yenko yanim enya senkuma yes enti no osha yes o say bra please post for me anonymous me pacho wa Johnny Jumadie we me friend Watemakoma live on Boyfrnd TV enti no mesraw story no ye be read na afre so amanfo so a on be o madwen kire aba no ye na so ye be join conversation no ama na ye de now ositie bra please post for me anonymous. I'm a lady of 33 years. I dated this guy for 13 solid years. We have started We started when I was only 20 and he was 25 years. The beginning of our relationship was fun and full of love and care. He was in level 200 back then and I had just entered the university. We both not from rich homes, but his was worse. So we supported ourselves through school. I gave him most of my personal cash and anything I could help with. He often ate from me. I was young and probably naive, but I love him that much. On several occasions, I gave him my fees, so he pays his first, then I pay later when I get the money. When he graduated and finished his NSS, he started working with some media firm. It was from that time that he started forming busy, but once a while, he still comes through for me. He visits, calls, and sometimes make me visit him. After my NSS, I didn't have a job, so I stayed home for almost a year. Okay, me sure so follow story no. Okay, almost a year. I was first second one and so. Okay, I was depending on my parents because though he was working, he said his salary was small. Later, he said I should get a job, so we start saving towards marriage. So I searched and searched till I got one. When I got a job, he insisted we save together since it was towards marriage. I refused, but it made us quarrel for long. So I later agreed, thinking he was serious. According to him, it wasn't towards marriage alone. He spoke of us buying a land and building, buying a car and raising our kids to have all that they need. About a year plus, we have saved a lot of money. So I suggested to him that we should go on with the marriage plans and he agreed. He even told me that we will go and see my parents the following month. Okay, just 3 weeks after that discussion, he went missing. Okay, he went missing. I searched everywhere. For the next one and so. Okay, I searched everywhere for him to no avail. He left his place and there was no trace of him. Even his own family didn't know where he was except for his younger brother, whom he had warned not to tell anyone of his whereabouts. I begged and begged till his brother later disclosed that he had traveled outside the country. This was the shock of my life. I never knew about it. He left me with my money and He left with my money and abandoned our marriage intentions. I started to search for him all over the internet, but I couldn't find anything concrete. I cried and thought of him for several months. I lost focus, got expelled from work, and became very sick. My parents kept encouraging me not to give up. My mom was always sad. My mom was always sad. He left to go. Okay, my mom always said he left to go and make us more money, but he probably didn't tell me because he didn't want to hurt my feelings. I accepted that he was gone, bounced back, and started living again. I never stopped thinking about him anyway. Okay. Let's move forward. Okay, the next paragraph. 3 years later, his family moved out of where they were. His brother, whose contact I had, told me they had built and were moving to their own house. It didn't bother me. Men came my way, but I couldn't love anyone. knowing I had a man who never broke up with me officially. I was in doubt. I didn't know whether to move on or stay because I felt like he would come for me. After all, he left me with my money because he was supporting his family. I saved more of my money than he did. 2 years later, I texted his brother to ask if they had heard from him, and he said yes. He still refused to give me his contact because, according to him, his brother wouldn't like the idea. I gave him message to give to him, but he later said his brother told him not to tell me to move. His brother told him to tell me to move on because he has someone else. Okay. I was broken. I tried to move on, but it was hard. Okay, let's move on with the next paragraph. Okay. Okay, I was broken. I tried to move on, but it was hard. Last year, he came to Ghana. I saw on his brother's status. I started searching for him, and when I found him, he refused to talk to me. I cried and yelled his name on top of my voice till he came out to talk to me. He said he will pay me my money cash if that is what I needed. I told him that it wasn't what I needed. I needed him to explain to me why he did what he did. He refused and kept saying he doesn't owe me any explanation. Just as we were talking, a little boy standing in the house called him daddy, and he told him to go inside. He still didn't give me any explanation, as he said he didn't owe me one. I told him I was still single and not married because of him, but all he said was he never asked me to wait for him. He asked me to wait while he pays me. Let's put on the next paragraph. Okay. He never asked me to wait for him. He asked me to wait while he pays me my money. I asked if he thinks he could really pay me, and he said even if I want it multiplied by 1,000, that is all he owes me, so he will do it. He left to bring the money, but I also left because before he could return. I didn't need the money. I decided to destroy him, so I had someone take me somewhere. They demanded his picture and any personal belonging of his. I went back to his place and asked to talk to him. I was nice. I told him he deserved better, so I wouldn't come to his life anymore. In the process of talking, I told him to give me the chain he was wearing to remember him when he with him, and he did. Later, I asked to take him a picture, and he let me. Okay, let's move on to the next paragraph. Next paragraph, you were here. What's wrong? Anyways, okay, my share the next paragraph no na memfa eno so ma because asem ne de aboy bibia wo ho na memfa eno so ema yes enti wa dwumade ne ye watema koma se ne America no enya asem kuma kura ma memfa the next paragraph no emfa ma na osuhu na kenkan bi na yenko yenim. Yes. Okay, story number 8. Ma memfa eno so ma mesrawa dwumade ne ye watema koma we be every Saturday, every Friday. Yes. A born on son pepepa not me de eno ede amount. Okay, ma memfa the last paragraph no emfa ma na yenko yenim. Okay. I told him to give me the chain he was wearing to remember him. and he did. Later, I asked to take him a picture, and he let me. I sent it back to where I went, and the man asked me to say anything I wanted on the items. I only asked that he should die a painful death to make up for the pain he caused me. Truly too, he died a day before he was to leave for the US. I deleted his brother's number the moment I got the news and blocked him. I cried for days. It hurt me that I did that to him, but he deserved it. Till now, I am still mourning him. I can't get over him, and I feel like a murderer. I need a therapist, but how do I confess all this to someone for advice? Okay. Yes, auntie, ejana no den, Mr. Story na wabetodwa. Auntie, say na make no dwumadie no, ye frɛ no Watimakoma. Auntie, Mr. Ma yenko na yenji menua bai adwenkyerɛ. Menua bai ono so adwenkyerɛ. Ye frɛ no Benedicta. Ma yentie Benedicta. Bene amfantini abayo pa na no atiye pa. Enya semkuma. Enti me pese ye tie free ye nua bai wo Benedicta. Na ono so adwenkyerɛ kakra ode ebai ewo dwumadie no so no. Yemfa eno so enhye homa. Anti dwumadie ni ye Watimakoma live on Was Born TV. Enti yentie Benedicta submission ewo sa dwumadie so.
She wait for na hwefu nyina. Asemi besi abesi do wa ofunyi wa ku school afi na abu school no mu. Ewe hye obi awenyi gina ho. Nipa no level 200 I would afi na abi. Chede atodo mama school fees a wada mo de futi a wada na da ma benyin no mo de etia ne de. And I would say abakwane fa de nyes kasa abakwane fa nyes ko bi enim me yenyim ande later enyes le ne etia awodi. And you've been doing that for this gentleman because I don't know. I mean I do money now onu bin kan wi. I national service we nye jumare. I also we are betting nephew because in ye it's nephew for like a year, and this guy is telling you that he can't help you. One kase she juma because a juma no yen onyes kakesi bia o men o she ifie so. The first place being on journal home because I would journal home mama what the more there focus your fees na fit dinner dam and do phone see any day. On no one care. Ono nyame na adu we national service ojeje nkakra nkro ansa sisi edwuma wa sha ase oyi onye de wonti akọ but onye bebre and abrabo na sha ase dam not ehwehwe de kwa edwuma ma na wo mo ahen no what sha ase o baby na de edru baby nda sha ase li edwuma na se entum bo besi ono bo wo school na keche no no so nhwehwe edwuma nya and obi be say understanding girlfriend or task wan how Yamai na the money say in Jumere. Was I saying Jumere catching there when you service boom. I don't know why my sister did that. Maybe the reason why I say your sister no the madam. Because sacrifices are where man we who him when we to mambo. Yet okay the 1 year joint savings no aja to mo why. Well ye we in swa. Uncle who won't call for na one wara because we did touch for 10 years on your go. Obviously, Besebi have a pedal will be on your that length, no, you never settle. I agree with her. And on you ready done your best settling, you know. Pam, oko. Or discarded to Quanoco and brown paying Yahweh. Or quiet punconfe is the one on fro. Ebia, when you be but how. And most men in your mind, why she said, don't know, read them porter. Why ye be them? On also our man to my Zabia come out, remember bed. 3 years back, 2 years back, and I come out when Pede able to cherry because this person, Anya may should be a more done in Snamen. I wouldn't care fancy. Nick the Macassini in our 401k bill. I will be sending saying when they be in or the monitor on general. So you decided to wait for him. Chances of our boom in a bone in out to be just for him. someone you don't hear from, someone you don't talk to, and you assume, oh God, this is my sister. Fair enough, obey. Oba back to Ghana, day. Tis only be bump to Ghana, day. Tis only be bumpo. She only one mat on once a day. A cow boa boiling in our back, singing in our Anoda. I was so shy. I invest do yes, can put in a invest in tempe. The buffoon, and you now could do my will. This are any way I believe you in a bay. The may can. Uncle some put a year them, or you is fine. Yeah, I didn't hear them. Therapist needy. I don't think this is a serious issue where you have to go and meet a therapist. No. More yeah no yeah we end. You decided to take revenge, and you take revenge navy. Mama kind a Christian ya born person when a fetch a no. Sometimes it happens. None can pen them. But none the no push woman. Them. I'm not saying that may so ye on yet. In being away your hawk for 2-3 years, he didn't call it him to I dream. Now no open one chance, but he decided that no. You didn't think of all these petty things and not your red flags now. And you decided to wait for him and waiting for him because still because he already has someone and into me here. This is look now about winning now. Fair enough, but still was at the only bibia. Just pray to God, ask for forgiveness and move on, because this therapist you are even going to see, you don't know the person. The person could be related to the person you have killed. And over another thing, who knows? You pay a problem that should expecting no be bomb come out. Yes, was a therapist, but there's a therapist in Sunan and they will sing it. How would you know? How are you going to know? In some view, it's one could see no day. No one has to know.
Okay.
Not even your spouse, nor your mom, nor someone you trust. I did you or I own when you meet so you die. Time me advice can come home and day. Now no one may near the home. Because in your baby see from the beginning and uncle don't they be in being no urgent on your book but or don't need to decided and no. Still. Ya by ya be children to know they or they were by force. This is how I'll be able them. More yes, just pray to God for forgiveness of sins and heal, just heal. Be a pay, nay the mother crown. Eventually you'll be okay. For now, crying, you are okay. Because for the times sooner that morning, you've poured everything out. Now you are okay. Act for forgiveness of sins from God. Start everything afresh. Be vigilant. Ma when in the hole. Just don't make that mistake again so that you don't become a murderer again. That's the little thing I can say. If our sister will take this my advice.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, yes. Benedict Anatin and Canon. Yes, Tadia by Rapa, Nano ne infantry. Why am I the rough? Antino Benedicta, yes, shout out to you, baby will be so heard you medino. Let's move forward. Now Yantia free me nearby ho. Yes, my Yantia free me nearby ho, a queer love mark. My head na yen for no so de ntum kama. Na ono so nchire na adwen e wo sansemfo ehu. Na after that no me ko abonte kakra goye 1 or 2 verse pop so at say anti me de eno so beto ho ama na oso wa den wanya bi ahwe na wanya bi den afili. Yes, okwabrane na emema na mo dem oba spende obasika Obasika nyebe masika o die tinko asem. Okay, yenti a queer love mark. Yes.
Nana, why are men wicked? I just want to know why some men choose to be heartless.
Okay.
Why they choose to pay evil after getting so much from a lady who devoted all her time for you. This situation at hand right now, I would say that the lady acts out of ignorance. Why am I saying this? When the guy traveled out, he did not inform you. He traveled with your money, your savings. He warned his brother not to give his contact to you. This clearly shows that the guy doesn't want you. He's no more interested in the relationship. You waited for another years and guys came, but you said no. You decided to be waiting for him. It's well understandable. But when he came back requesting for your expenses so that he can clear them off, she should have accepted it. Because in this case, the guy never asked you to wait for him. He didn't say, I'm traveling, I'll be back and get married to you. No. He traveled without your notice. He left you behind. And you waited for him. So you went to him for an explanation. When he came back, he didn't even show any sign for you to know that he's back. He did not even want to speak to you. So this shows that this guy has left you since. And he's no more interested in the relationship. So when you manage to have access to this man and he said he wants to pay you, she should have just accepted the offer.
Okay.
13 years of relationship and all this happened. It's heartbreaking, but I didn't agree where she killed the man. I'm not really in support of it, because what I'm standing on is this lady and this guy's issue is different thing altogether. If the guy asked you to wait and he came back, you have every right to send him anywhere you want to send. Compared to the other one, that lady has the right to do anything at all she wants to do to the man. But this one, even if this case rise, she can even be arrested. Because it's a murder case. The guy never asked you, do you have any evidence of that? No. He never asked you to wait for. When he traveled, you are not aware. And you traveled and come back. She should have just agreed for the money. She should agree with this guy to pay. He should have just emptied his pockets, empty his bank account. She should have just billed this guy. Because you spent so much on him and he did this. You should have just emptied the account for him. We should pay double. We should multiply it. Make sure you take the money so that you can find yourself.
Okay.
But going this far, I'm not really in support of what she did.
Okay.
Her aspect, I'm not really in support of it. Because when you look at the situation at hand, the guy is being wicked. He's heartless. An idiotic guy like that. But in the statement, the lady didn't mention that the guy said she should wait. He's traveling, he'll be back for her. No, she didn't mention that. The guy vanished into the thin air without her notice. That means, that clearly shows that he's no longer interested in the relationship. You cried over it, you were broken, mommy came through for you, people talked to you and you were able to bounce back. From there, you should just moved on. She should have just moved on right from the time that she was able to fight through the heartbreak. She shouldn't have waited for him. She shouldn't have. Right now, the therapist, the deed has already been done. So she said she need a therapist. Maybe the ghost is hunting her, because you can't be mourning someone that you yourself plan to kill. You can't be hurt because you plan to do it and you achieved what you want. The guy is being wicked, but there is no need of mourning him because this is what you wanted. So why are you acting different now? Why are you acting so pathetic now? She should just move on and talk to someone. Whatever consequences that come out of it, she will face it because the guy didn't do well. I'm not supporting that. The guy, and I didn't want to go on that side because guys always push ladies to do things that they are not supposed to do. If you know you are not interested in the person, don't approach. Don't make the person have all his or her hope in you. So the guy aspect, I'm not supporting it. But the fact that the lady went extraordinary is what I'm not in support of. She shouldn't have. My point is clear. When the guy is traveling, did he ask you to wait? No. He said you come and see your parent. He deceived you and he didn't show up. He left. And when he left, you should have just picked it from there. You were broken. And your mother helped you to fight it back and you were waiting for him. Someone who doesn't even communicate with you. You should have just moved on. And when he get back asked to pay, double. Empty his pocket. Make sure he go dry. Double it. Take the money. That is what you need, girl, and move on. Not to kill him. So I'm not in support of what the lady did. Because she shouldn't have. This issue, she can be arrested. Anything that can happen because for all you know, the ghost is disturbing her. And that is why she needs a therapist. So she should get a therapist, open up, whatever that come out of it. She should just face it. She should be real. It has happened. But she should stop mourning. Because this is what she wanted. So she should just move on.
All right.
She should move on. But you guys, be careful of how you handle ladies. So that at the end of the day, you will know, that guy will not find yourself into trouble and the girl too will not get into trouble. When the thing is right, it's right. When it's not, it's not.
It's not.
If you are going in, the moment a guy stop the lady, he knows the intention he already has. Whether to maintain that lady or to just use and dump. So you should plan well how you want it so that when you get there, you will not find yourself. A family supported this. Now you lose your son. And the lady at the other hand is still suffering. Mentally, she's not okay. So please, the lady should talk to the therapist. Whatever that comes out of it, she should face it. That is all I can say. The little advice I have.
All right. Thank you very much. Akia love mark. And I tell you, yes. Akia love mark. Yes. I appreciate your comment and whatever it is. Radin Shirao. Yes. And you know, relationship. Aya said you Mr. Wo relationship man. Aya monsusu emfa odo. I understand my ladies, so I say, but Mr. Anna Bema no so a one no one I study no. I study mun study me man what? Mama Z, I say this is very bad. This is bad. One Media TV. Yes, I appreciate you. Ohima Mr. Ma yentie commercial we emra sisia. Hosanna Classic. Yeba Mr. Nko bia o. Yes, me kwa bontin na me amanfo kwatena se boys na nsem o mu kan ye no ensem o mu kan no ebejo nsem stay with me, okay?
Hey, it is any person need to meet some Ghana hanmo e pamantade ma no ye fesa wa hwe try front tade hwe yasen tade hwe sorin tade ni nyina free Hosanna Classic Clothing mami no wo swag and kasa location ehwanwem ho a Sacheria Bagachi pay the number 0244381818 and 0592012987 Hosanna Classic Clothing and tade papa fie
Missy Bronya ide koma mi jemfo awate na ontwetwa nhyew kama Hosanna Classic my God o boy dwuma senkonya mesra wa asase ni ko ye ntentempa asase ni ko enkrade na opa na fa number ni sisi ya ma me ne papa sika gu account mu yibi na foto asase na fa yesu project wate na fa ye biribi fa ja nchirima ntukumasi de nso na pa na ma ne na dawo no +23359233715 +23354474264 right peke na yen koye nim na ejana ayeden anu aye denen relationship okay Equia Love Mark, I see your program is really educating. Thanks for letting me be part of the family. Yes, you can send your message and I will read it on the show for you. So what I say, inti ye ni agrokra. Mesrao, nyankopon ya aduma 2nd January, Edmonton, Canada bontin so na make nyankopon ya aduma new year dinner and dance. Koso pa nyasen ketwa was born monya me visa mami. Monya me visa mami Canada for monya me visa mami yo nana kuna du bere matwin bo akodua nyamisra no nya kese entino enye asanketwa nyankopon ya adoma yes todwa ewo Edmonton yes the Royal Palace enye fedi agro asanteman Edmonton new year dinner and dance ebeye brutal Bese was man me kwakopia ebeje monsem kai enti empanifo no betua $60 na kwada no nso atua $45 umpewe na pekai moto ma me ne papa abrochefo mu bodwuma se nkonya mesrew ebrewei emane mpa ho wate yisika ni bi na fa kochele me ka chele asema na maka me maame na akona du yi adom onso bezi o Toronto bonte so me no nanum ya ni dewu ohima me hia wate ya sanete o se o chele enti nyankopon ya adom asantema de thing yes new year dinner and dance todwa Canada bonten so Saturday January 6 2024 ebeye oja ebeye fire nyasem kuma now se na meka no yenko na yentie me goya voice pop kakra na yentie omoso de na yewia yebeba studio yenkomra.
He was in level 200 back then, and I just entered the university. We both not from rich homes, but he was worse. So we supported ourselves. I see, we were both not from rich homes, but he was worse. So we supported ourselves through school. I gave him most of my personal cash and anything I could help with. He often ate from me. I was young and probably naive, but I love him that much. On several occasions, I gave him my fees, so he pays his first. Then I pay later when I get the money. When he graduated and finished his NSS, he started working with some media firm. It was from that time that he started forming busy. But once a while, he still comes through for me. He visits, calls, and sometimes visit me. After my NSS, I didn't have a job, so I stayed home for almost a year. I was depending on my parents because though he was working, he said his salary was small. Later he said I should get a job, so we started saving towards marriage. So I searched and searched till I get one. When I got the job, he insisted we save together since it was towards marriage. I refused, but it made us quarrel for long. So I later agreed, thinking he was serious. According to him, it wasn't marriage alone. He spoke of us buying land and building, buying cars, and raising our kids to have all that they need. About a year plus, we have saved a lot of money. So I suggested to him that we should go on with the marriage plans, and he agreed. He even told me that we will go and see my parents the following month, just 3 weeks after the discussion. Just 3 weeks after the discussion, he went missing. I searched everywhere, and there was no trace of him. Even his own family did not know where he was, except for his younger brother, whom he warned not to tell anyone of his whereabouts. I begged and begged till his brother later disclosed that he had traveled outside the country. This was the shock of my life. I never knew about it. He he left with my money and abandoned our marriage intentions. I started to search for him all over the internet, but I couldn't find anything concrete. I cried and thought of him for several months. I lost focus, got expelled several months from work, and became sick. Okay, my parents kept encouraging me not to give up. My mom always said that he left to go and make us more money to go, but he probably didn't tell me because he didn't want to hurt my feelings. I accepted that he was gone, bounced back and started living again. I never stopped thinking about him anyway. 3 years later, his family moved out of where they were. His brother, whose contact I had, told me that they have built and were moving to their own house. It didn't bother me. Men came my way, but I couldn't love anyone, knowing I had a man who never broke up with me officially. I was in doubt. I didn't know whether to move on or stay because I felt like he would come for me. After all, he left me with my money because he was supporting his family. I saved more of my money than he did. Last 2 years, I tested his brother to ask if they hear from him, and he said he still refused to give me his contact because, according to him, his brother wouldn't like the idea. I gave him message to give him to him, but later said his brother told him to tell me to move on because he has someone else. I was broken. I tried to move on, but it was hard. Last year he came to Ghana. I saw his brother's status. I started searching for him, and when I found him, he refused to talk to me. I cried and yelled his name on top of my voice till he came out to talk to me. He said he would pay me my money cash if that was what I needed. I told him that it wasn't what I needed. I needed him to explain to me why he did what he did. He refused and kept saying he doesn't owe me any explanation.
Tell the woman to come to me.
Just as we were talking, a little boy standing in the house called him daddy, and he told him to go inside. He still didn't give me any explanation, as he said he didn't owe me one. I told him I was still single and not married because of him, but all he said was
not giving up.
He never asked me to wait for him. He asked me to wait while he pays me. Okay. He asked me to wait while he pays me my money. I asked him if he thinks he could really pay me, and he said even if I want it multiplied by 1,000. That's all he owes me, so he will do it. He left to bring the money, but I also left before he could return. I didn't need the money. I decided to destroy him, so I had someone take me somewhere. They demanded his pictures and my personal belongings of his. I went back to his place and asked to talk to him. I was nice. I told him he deserved better, so I wouldn't come to his life anymore. In the process of talking, I told him to give me the chain he was wearing to remember him when with him, and he did. Later, I asked him I asked him to take a picture, and he let me. Okay. I sent it back to where I went, and the man asked me to say anything I wanted on the items. I only asked that he should die a painful death to make up for the pain he caused me. Truly too, he died a day before he was to leave for the US. Yes. I deleted his brother's number, and the moment I got the news and blocked him, I cried for days. It hurt me that I did that to him, but he deserved it. Till now, I'm still mourning him. I can't even get over him, and I feel like a murderer. I need a therapist, but how do I confess all this to someone for advice?
I was going to for karma. No, you see,
Come on, no.
Debbie, that is not karma.
What is that? That is not karma.
That is vengeance.
Okay.
That is no. Let me. Oh. See, that is vengeance. Okay, and that isn't karma. If you wanted karma, okay, you would have forgiven the guy. Okay, let him be, because irrespective of whatever the guy took it through. Okay, for me, okay, or she gives birth with me. Okay, within that 9 years, we broke up. Months, and the reason we broke up wasn't even sensible. Okay, only for me to realize that she's pregnant with another man. In this case, what do? I let her be, and now she has really regretted and then blaming me for her actions. Does it make sense? It doesn't. Okay, so she could have just let it go. After all, or you nipa nebe fumo, nipa fumo. What do you have to do? If you're a Christian, what does your Bible tell you? Forgive 77 times 7. Did you forgive the guy? Now you want to kill the guy because you went somewhere because of pain. Now you've killed the guy and you are regretting for your actions. Before you went to see whoever, or the fetish priest or whoever, what did you think of? Okay, and then your answer was, I told the fetish priest or the priestess to kill him. After killing him, what have you? No, exactly. Now after killing him, what have you gained?
Why do you have regrets?
Why do you have regrets? Would you live on this earth forever? Are you telling me that you wouldn't even get a man who will also love you like the way you love somebody? Okay, and if you're a Christian, you read your Bible. Okay, what does your Bible tell you? Vengeance is the Lord's. So why would you even take vengeance for what somebody has done to you? Are you telling me you will never step on the toes of any other man? You will. So if you step on the toes of somebody, do you expect the person to also kill you? It doesn't make sense.
Don't you think it be from the reaction from the guy looking at the way he travel, he tell him, he come back the way, like they check like the lady they struggle, they still get to the guy.
It was like they didn't conclude their relationship.
I'm coming. You wouldn't get everything on a silver platter. It depends on me. Okay, I can be that nice to you, but in my mind, you know what I have for you. Somebody can be wicked in terms of physicality. Okay, but in the mind, the person even has the softest heart. Okay, so me, I've been married before, not once, not twice. Okay, but with all my marriages, I let it go. At the end of the day, the women even go and regret their actions. They come back to apologize, but it's too late. You understand? So sometimes you just have to learn to forgive. Hey, the best resource in this world is to forgive. When you forgive, your inner peace, you always walk around with smiles on your face. You always walk around with a clean heart. Hey, let somebody plan evil against you. The Lord you serve, the God you serve, will take you through. So, Charlie, forgiveness is everything. If she had forgiven the guy, she wouldn't have killed the guy. Now you have the burden of the guy, okay, on your head. What account are you going to give after your still worship to your Lord? It doesn't make sense.
Thank you.
It doesn't make sense.
Babies, tell something. Your lady do something. Or you can tell them something.
Somebody's in line.
Okay. So about what she did. You know, he was talking about forgiveness. Fine, we get it. But one thing we have to know is, you know, we don't get to dictate what people do in an emotional situation. Okay. One thing that we usually sleep on is, you know, someone offends you, and then someone is somewhere. Yes. Now I can say, oh, I mean, what you did isn't this way. I mean, you could have done this way. But one thing we should know is the heart is a fragile thing, especially people one. So I'm in pain, and then you are trying to tell me how to react to the pain. Meanwhile, you are not in the pain. You bab. So go feel pain she go like you go through. Me that you are swear, we never go feel understand what she go through. Well, right now, one thing we know is
it all boils down to forgiveness. If you forgive, you have inner peace.
Forgiveness, as we say, you know forgiveness, I know forgiveness, but we all have a capacity in doing things. Okay. I mean, I can forgive you now, yeah, and it's all good. But someone can forgive you and then still has it in heart. And someone would never forgive you.
Okay, I'm coming. Just a minute.
We know Moses.
Just a minute.
Right? We know Moses. Moses was a prophet, yeah? Okay. But what was Moses' law? Eye for what?
Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. Okay. And why did Jesus come? What did Jesus also say?
Let
me give you an example. He himself, the girlfriend left him to go marry another woman. Ask him, didn't you forgive the girl? The girl came. Point blank, told you. Latif, you are delaying my marriage. I've gotten somebody I'm going to marry. What did you tell the girl? You tell the girl, go on. As I'm speaking today, even yesterday. Yesterday.
They married yesterday.
No. They married long time ago. But even as of yesterday, every day the girl they call her. Even yesterday, Latif refused to pick the girl's call. The girl called me. I didn't even know because she used a different line to call me. The girl came there. And the girl keeps begging. Though she's married now. So what are you telling me? Wrong choice. Wrong choice. Didn't you forgive the girl? Answer me. Wrong choice. Didn't you forgive the girl? Answer me.
See, what I'm saying is,
no, you asked the question.
Yes, it's a question.
Have you forgiven the girl?
You mean that one will be different.
No, make you answer. Make you answer.
I have. Okay. But what I'm saying is, okay, fine.
That's what
I have forgiven, but some guy wouldn't have forgiven you.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
The capacity.
Yes.
Everybody.
I mean, we all have our level of emotional maturity. Yeah. Okay. But what we should know is, we shouldn't try to tell people how to react in a situation.
But she's reacted and then she has regrets now.
Yes. Fine. Only more. Fine. You know, any actions has regrets, but we will do it regardless. Okay. Fine. I can see a lady. And I just, just go and then smash it. I'm like, just read like 10 minutes now, and then I regret.
You raw condom.
But me now, I mean, maybe condom, I will regret. But I'll go.
Raw condom.
Yeah. Go fine.
You only regret when you don't use condom.
And then what's it?
Maybe regret. If you never use a condom, then I'm regretting.
Go. And you know, people of academia said. Just as I said earlier, they said the heart is a fragile thing, especially a given one. We all know how the heart is, boneless. I'm like, you can tell it anyhow. So imagine the heart just as it is, and then it has been in a state, it's either been happy or sad. And you and I both know how the heart reacts when it's happy, when it's sad, it changes. So this is a boneless place. In its natural state too, and then it has it has been through a situation and then changed too. Okay. So the lady. I mean, I am not trying to say what she did is right. Okay. But what I'm trying to understand.
But you just argue that what she did is right.
It's right based on what she's been through.
But at the end of the story, what did she say? She said she's regretted for her actions.
Yes. I mean,
so in the first place, she shouldn't have even gone ahead to even go see whoever she went to see.
Listen.
She just forgiving the person.
I mean, like women and women are two different species. You know, like we have this personification of sexual polarity, and then it's just two words colliding. Fine. And then women are based on feelings and then emotions. Yeah. As men, we are based on rationalism and then logic. So fine. You as a guy, me as a guy, what I've been through, you knew. And then how I'm like, did I react? Just cool. I mean, like I just had to hibernate, being in solitude, loneliness, and then clear my head. Yeah. But how would they react?
But you cried.
You think say the money, like she for take the money the time where the man was ready to give her the money?
Because the man was ready to give the money.
Wait.
If it was about the money,
no, finish.
The man was ready to give the money.
You think say like she for take the money then
just left.
Forget about the
money.
Okay, you know with women, as for more as I'm say a man secretary baby already on pay. That time the next cannot pay. Okay, she wants the man, and she's not getting the man. Have you watched Acrimony? You haven't watched? I mean, it was one of Teleperry's trending movies. Okay. See, she's been 2 years with this guy, and then when he achieved everything, I mean, she was coerced, she was being influenced by her sisters to leave him, and then when she left him, and then I think days later he hit his mark for what he's been doing for like over 20 years with her. So now that he's gotten the contract and then got the money, he went to compensate her even in a court that has never been done before.
Okay. What are you telling the lady right now? The emotions or the what she did, 1 or 2, it could be hunting her. Like I don't say.
It is still hunting her.
That's my question, my guy.
She wants public opinion.
Again, I'll be catching them.
Me say I just know one thing, and then there's one rule. Any actions has a repercussion. Okay. I mean, I can't say what she did is right or wrong, but she knows what she did, which is wrong, and then he has his own punishment. No. Listen.
No, you just concluded. Say, I wouldn't know what she did was wrong or right. But you just said what she did is wrong. So in the first place,
to me, what she did is wrong.
Lawyer,
but where is it wrong?
We are moderating.
I mean, like the first thing, if she knows it's wrong, she wouldn't do it. And then even if she knows it's wrong, she will do it regardless. Okay. But one thing I know is any actions has its repercussion.
Any action
she did that,
she has done that, and she has regretted.
And now
she wants public opinion.
That's why they have the cause.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's why she wants public opinion.
And now her actions has its implications, which is what she's going to do now, which is now the regretting, and then the what she's.
So the bottom line is, if she had forgiven the guy, all these things wouldn't have happened, and she wouldn't have had regrets now.
And then that's your point.
What you could tell niggas what they do, then can.
No, it's just that. See, you don't play with the emotions of another woman, okay, and you don't play on the intelligence of a woman, okay, because some will forgive, others wouldn't forgive. If you know you are not in with your heart and your mind fully to be with somebody, don't play with the emotions of any woman, because today is you, tomorrow might be another person. Just be in the shoes of the woman, vice versa. If it's done to you or if it's done to your sister, how would you take it? So if you know you can't contain it, or if you know you can't be with the woman forever, and you are just using your mind, know that karma works. Simple.
But they know your social media and in case
social media. I know they're on social media. Okay. I think TikTok is Bossy Boss 82. Bossy Boss 82. Instagram is Bossy Boss _ Enoch. INOK. Yeah.
So
and then Facebook Pepe Liquat. My Chinese name.
Pepe Liquat.
Thank you.
Okay. So it's like I think what the guy did was that.
What's your voice?
You see, he left without the lady's knowledge. So after he has made it, he came back. At least he should have found the lady and had a closure. The lady didn't have a closure. That's the genesis of the whole problem. You did the wrong by taking him money. God being so good, you made it, because it could be two ways. He could have left and died. That one too, the girl will lose. But now he's back. So he should have called the girl and had a closure. So I think it will be during that time that the girl will propose what she wants, and maybe the guy will tell the girl what he's offering. There could be somebody, a third party, because the guy has moved on.
There was a third party looking at the way the girl can meet one kid for their way.
Exactly.
No, I'm talking about when the guy came, you called the girl. There must be a closure, so there should be a third party among this discussion.
Okay.
It shouldn't be the two of them.
Okay.
Because the two of them. The two of them, no. There is friction. So the two of them cannot solve the problem.
Okay.
So there must be a third party.
In my 40s, what I have realized is
that is why you bring this thing. That's why you bring that up. Now she needs help. She needs help. She needs to see a therapist.
If you are with a woman,
and she cannot go confess it to the family members. That one is a no-go area.
Okay.
Because the guy hurt her and he was not punished for that. So she needs help to overcome these things. So she should go see a therapist. Yes, a counselor, and even a psychologist, so that they can help her.
The guy do that. Guys, when they do that, tell them something.
The guys is very wrong to just play on somebody's intelligence. We are all wise, but sometimes when you get into a relationship, you lose your guard. At least sometimes you put your guard down for the relationship to just go on. So you cannot just play on our intelligence. Yes, it's a quasienity.
the
cabalistic
no.
I won't talk so that no one. I say I will cover me. I don't finish.
What I like about the advice shouldn't only go to the guys.
Most of the time,
people that they break heart power be ladies.
They
go fit day with you today. The next day they marry.
I just told you my story.
Now me, I go do.
So the thing is that
the
advice should be to both parties. For me, the lady, she should stay with her whatever she did. Either
and the guilt
she seeks help, but she shouldn't make a mistake of telling the guy's relative. What did she get out of it?
Exactly.
You've told the guy now.
Yes.
Now you are left with the guilt.
Yes.
You are still mourning the guy. Why are you mourning?
Why are you mourning the guy? If you really love the guy,
she could have
forgiven. Yes.
Move on. Maybe there's a brighter one.
You don't even know tomorrow. A man can change his mind.
Investment that change you. But you move on. In life, there are ups and downs. But she needs somebody. It becomes a learning curve.
And then that's what she doesn't want to get you.
And to help you in your future relationship. Mistakes be in the park, but see, when you see it coming, you say, hey, Charlie, mistake I'm here. What do you feel? But for one of you, upon Fabian, on taking the picture. Exactly. Should tell you, say, the reverse. But spirit in there around inner peace. Inner peace.
That is why
the niggas will do that.
What rich niggas?
That thing it be both
sides. Vice versa. I won't even admire me.
If you are going into a relationship, you should use this, not this.
I want to pay.
If you use this, not this. I think c'est la vie t'as dit. I'm like, how do you get out of it? Good one, say I will 2-3 years or 4 years. You be grandma and she's even if she finds help, no moving on with somebody still. So true love, you know,
she has got a scar.
She should have suicidal thoughts, but I'm telling you, she can end it all. What we decide to do is you too. Or no, kill it. We seek help in them. She said, catch up, I don't go for the same way. Seek help.
Mia.
Many my headphone, my baby, and I can come on. So I say, Mr. Story way, Mr. Drop your comment. Drop your comment in a professional way. Next week, so you another episode. What Timakuma, you made what Timakuma on was born team. So I say, and some day a baby, boss, so I say, now make a win now. Outside what the party about I'm born the Rama. Okay, Doctor Kwaputin, a mission on Yanka say, so when you can will be a Jumama Gana Funa, so I say, Anna, a face so tea. Upper say, what do what the 20 about for number no plus 233-272-67875. You didn't come. Me come to your studio. Bam. Hey, okay, fetch me. And you know, was one TV back to studio. And you know, yeah, relationship. Okay, and you know, idea bakwa, seem like you ever find say or say oko relationship more don't and for kumani na and for relationship. So what I say, sometimes use your brain, kakra. So what I say, and you know, how did you make the nabesi? Mr. Oh, story be up say share. I do this on every Friday 7 p.m. Sometimes any nadia, but sometimes a wana I skip it na dani be ababa atoso. So I say big shout outs to Benedicta, thanks for always being part of the show. And a Kia Love Mark Nanaya, yes, Sapoma baby will be a michel. Okay, and you know was born TV Medobiase just an hour program, yes, about 8 p.m. and you know, but anyways, also bet me no adwen chira abba on this number plus 233-272-67875 na yahwe na ye na ye de asua de so ati ase nti no ye beko nyankopon ya adom ase nya meka no Edmonton
aha etodwa kese pa the new year dance Canada phone na ye gina manya senkuma ntino ebe ya kekra kaish nyame shiro bia no nyo bia kese was born TV entertainment and more